All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready, flag from behind.
54 Mike. Here we go, here we go.
Jameis now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Ready, flag, come to that.
54. Yeah.
Come on, Sunday.
Check 24.
Winston now from the 50. That's caught by Howard. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to air one out, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. In for the score as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
We're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football.
Down, 90 Wolf.
Check 52.
61, Matchbox Lights.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to throw now on second and 10. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up a touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece.
That ties the game. Juiceke Sanders set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Throwing, Winston. It's brought in by Harris. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. A good pickup. They get 8, but it's 3rd down now.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He's got it to Hilton. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The first down throw for Winston. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Ready? Black 25.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
Here we go.
Jameis to throw it. And Winston lost the football. And the Falcons say they have it. They do.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
No
him.
one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Wait. Green, triple T.
Mike 54. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Following the interception, Winston. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
These two teams all tied after one.
7-7.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. From the gun, Winston. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 8. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. He's got his his man on the crossing route. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
First down, Atlanta.
Ready? 18, Gator.
Watch left, watch left. Check 37.
Score. Hit.
They'll run on first down. Abraham. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
Get ready.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
General West.
Here we go, D.
And down.
2nd and 6. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Ryan Switzer, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things.
And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. The fake punt gets them 13 yards. A huge play on special teams. It's a first down. Two first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. From the gun again to Mixon. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Here's Winston. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Ready? White 25.
54, Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run.
On play action, Winston. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are you going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta.
Recon, 132 fighter.
You think you're going to get this? Check. Check 3. Check 24. Hey, look.
Greystone, travel. Ready?
Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 34-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. And he's got his man, Hilton. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
A gain of 5. 1st down, Falcons.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 22. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working out of the gun, Winston. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This will be fielded at the 6. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back to throw here. Hard throw, incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
On the return, Harris. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
It's going to be a long...
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Easy. Let's go.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play. And just like that, it's third down.
Ready. Blue ready. 6 months. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now Winston. Able to find Switzer. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ryan Switzer, 83 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Ready.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Now Ito Smith. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. They go back to the ground with Smith. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
So now third and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll drop the throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
To throw is Winston. And he finds Howard complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he's got it. Got his man on the in route. Complete. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. First down, Winston. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Flushed out right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far. Big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game. Exactly the formula they need. And I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true. That's actually right.
It happens more often than you might think. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this 4th quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great 4th quarter.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
Let's go, baby.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Change to soft. Protein spill.
Check three.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Hey, stand up. Recon, 132,
On 3rd down, Abraham. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Here we go. 15 line.
Watch that in, tight end right.
A first down carry for Smith. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is, and the running back dropped it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. The Falcons on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. They're going to look to throw. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 38-yard line.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
It's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's go now. 70, Indy. Greystone, travel. Switch.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Switch up. Again, side left. Even. 4 down. Even.
2nd and 15. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Move. Everyone's got 4 down.
New York Porkers.
90 is a mic. Hey, pick your game up.
Fire.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really doesn't.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Winston. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Pressure too much. Down he goes. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Looking to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
Nice. Well coached. A team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
3rd down.
Here we go. Set. 8, read. 6-6. Pull it high. Hey, watch in. Watch in.
They'll try to run for it with Smith. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
Tackle.
61. Matchbox white. Jay, lock it.
They keep it with Smith on first down. He's got the first down inside the 10. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. A little unconventional, but another kneel down here as they work towards a field goal try. They need to reverse the trend. The last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. And here's another kneel down as he'll try to set up the game winner.
A loss of a yard brings up fourth down and goal.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So it all rests now on the right foot of Jason Sanders. And his kick here is good. And the Falcons are going to win the game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Atlanta, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they fall 2 games under 500.